Oh, this has been a wild night. All right, let's move this. Let's get this set up. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Getting set up for the day. Work in progress. What's going on, brother? New picture of our booth that we helped set up yesterday with MMC Armory. I am getting ready to, we'll probably start heading down there in an hour and a half, unless something changes. But we are heading back over to SHOT Show at the Venetian, just getting ready for it. And today is the bigger day. A lot more stuff today, a lot more people. They'll start letting media in. So like yesterday, we met up with Black Rambo. Bullseye Ben somewhere, so we're probably going to see him today. Going to go and try and meet up with the Glock store, Grit Grips. We met Tag Precision yesterday, talking with them their sites. That was pretty cool. Walking around, checking out a lot of booths, a lot of laser engravers, a lot of stuff that was pretty cool yesterday. People are doing some really cool new stuff. Back to reality. Man, who wants that? That's boring. And we'll be posting some more reels and stuff today as well. Took some yesterday. Couldn't take as many yesterday. Yesterday was mostly about setting up the booth, getting things ready to go, getting all of our slides on display. And yeah, it was pretty much just yesterday was a lot of work, a lot of business meetings. Today, there's still a lot of work, a lot of business meetings, but we'll actually be at the booth. We'll be able to talk with people, take more photos, do some videos, and should be pretty sweet. And it's a 3-tier booth, so what I want to do is get a good video of the entire booth and all the stuff there. And for those of you attending, if you see that rifle up there in the middle, up here at the top here, that's a giveaway. Yeah, you get the auction on that one. And not auction, raffle. Free raffle is my understanding. So yeah, somebody could win that rifle up there in the middle, and that's pretty sweet. I believe it's a Davidson Defense AR-15. So that's pretty cool. There's going to be a giveaway for that. And then you can see most of the picture here. All of those are our slides. All of them. And that's not even the full photo. They won't all show up, but that is all our slides in the center there, even on the builds. And so that's pretty exciting. And it is definitely a bigger setup than last year, where last year I think we had a third of the slides that we have now just showing up. And it's hard to see, but some of that stuff in there is definitely new. There's new camos, there is new tiger striping, new blends. We are using FX series, so there's like metallic Cerakote, and it's exciting. A lot of new stuff. And we've brought all the slides, all of them. The Viper, the Turbo, the Leonidas, the Flash, the Zoom. And there are talks about doing two more new slides. And then, of course, we also did bring in our Glock 26 prototype and a Glock 43 prototype. So we brought both of those. They're still in stainless steel. They haven't been painted. We brought those for people to check out. Yes, lots of eyes this week. Man, it's like 50,000 people, 2,800 booths. And if you walk at all, it's like 13 miles of walking. If you visit every single booth, that's a part of where we were yesterday, was at the suppliers showcase up on the 5th floor. And because they're doing this at the Venetian, there's part of it's at the Caesars Forum. But we went up to the 5th floor to check out the supplier showcase. That's where we got to talk with TAG Precision. We got to talk with steel vendors, tool vendors, people that help manufacturing businesses get the supplies they need to make it happen. And yeah, it was cool talking with TAG. What I was actually really excited about was I was checking out these TAG sights. And for those of you that have put on sights on your Glock, the acrylic night sights you're looking at, you actually have to melt them into place. And these are free-floating set screw sights. And I thought that was kind of cool. So, because I've put on sights before, and you do the same thing. You cut it to size, you melt it into place, and I've seen so many videos where somebody, they do it too much, they break it, and this is interesting. They were talking to me, and they were telling me about they did a range test with Kimber, and that they ran like 10,000 rounds through, and it didn't break. But they were doing this with the traditional acrylic, and some of them broke after a few thousand rounds, where it just heat up and it would fall out, or due to the constant shock, it would just crack. And that's pretty cool. Like, I was looking at theirs, it's this free-floating set screw setup. And I don't know, I might get one just to try it out on our own, That was kind of cool to see. And that's what it's all about, is checking out everybody's new coatings, everyone's new engravings, new accessories, new parts. And that's one of the cool things about SHOT Shows. You get to see what everyone's doing, or at least what they're showcasing. And some of it's really exciting. Some of it we still couldn't see yesterday because yesterday was still all set up. Some of the booths are still setting up right now. Sorry, not right now. In about 2 hours, they will continue setting up because they won't let any of us in. But at the end of the day, yesterday, there were booths still setting up. There's still people arriving, and it's so insanely busy. There were still forklifts moving at the end of the day yesterday, with just how much stuff people are moving into place, how many booths are getting set up. One booth I saw that was pretty cool is they were setting up a booth completely out of wooden planks. And so there's a guy literally with hammer and nails just building the entire booth out of wood. And that was pretty wild, because a lot of other people, they came in with like prefab booths where everything clicks into place, or they're zip tying things together or bolting things together. And here's this dude with hammer and nails just building a booth out of wood. And I was like, that's freaking cool. And I don't even know what the booth is because they didn't have any signage up, so I'm hoping I see it today and get to go check that out. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of eyes on this. We're going to talk to a lot of people. I am going to burn through a lot of water just talking to people. Yeah, old school booth building. But I don't know. I want to go check out their booth again, because TAG was doing the whole fiber optic sights. And again, for anyone who's ever set them up, it's you cut it, you melt it. But this whole set screw thing is freaking cool. And then it's free floating and spinning is freaking neat. And I kind of want to get some for some of our slides and just test them out, What else did I see yesterday? God, so much. We met with so many people. Got to, of course, the Venetian, went to the Luxor. Did some dinner with some various different companies, lunch with different companies. Just meeting and greeting a lot of people who, steel vendors, tool vendors, things like that. Yes. Oh God, yes. People looked at me like I was weird because we brought hand sanitizer, and I was like, no. There's a whole team here. I brought hand sanitizer. I got the spray sanitizer and the table, like the little pump sanitizer. And the pump sanitizer is for guests who are showing up to our booth to come talk to us, and then the spray sanitizer is for us. We'll all have one in our pocket, and we can just spray it on and good to go. But it's not uncommon for people to get sick here. And yeah. Oh, there's giveaways too. I entered, was it Armor IQ giveaway? So, maybe I get a free plate carrier. I'm me among thousands also entering it. But yeah, we'll see if I get an Armor IQ Elite plate carrier. entered that giveaway. So there's others like, there's this rifle up here from Daniel Defense, and that's going to be given away. So a lot of giveaways here, a lot of raffles, and that's pretty exciting. Last year, we got a free safe from. Oh God, that's going to bother me. You know what, Justine will know. I'll talk with Justine. I was like, hey, who got us that free safe? Because they were very polite and nice, and we'd like to see them again. If they're here this year, I'd like to see them again. But yeah, last year we got a free safe. Lots of patches. Lots of patches. I wonder if I can show our patch wall. Let's see. So here's the background for MMC Armory and Stiffler Manufacturing. That's our face. Our slides are all on another side too. But let's see if I can show you guys the little patch wall. Not a lot of patches on it at the moment. This is for people to pop in and take. We've got a few different ones this year just for people to show up to the booth and get a free patch. Like we got one from Tag Precision yesterday. We need to go out and get a bunch more today. Like, here we go. This little neat PVC patch. So, a lot of patch collecting, a lot of neat little items and trinkets and tchotchkes. And we'll get them, and we have a patch wall. And so at the end of SHOT Show, we'll probably hang this up in the shop, and with whatever other patches we got from whatever businesses, plus a copy of all of our new patches. And I really like the US red one there. That is the one I'll probably be wearing most, because we did that for a social media post a while back, and the whole point of that one was we had sold a slide to every state at that point. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. Let's see if this pops up red or not. No, not so great for green screen, but that is our SM19 Viper in tiger stripe camo using crocodile green and graphite black. And I wish it showed the whole photo. We have that exact photo on our social media, on Facebook. It's probably going to get posted to Instagram today, but it's all over Facebook and a few other places. And I love this build. Gideon optics on there, SCT frame, and it's just beautiful. But let's see if I can pop one of these other ones on. There's a slight close-up of some of our slides. These are some of the blends here on the right. You're looking at a USMC red with graphite black, green mamba graphite black, but then on the left you have a speckle where the background is black, but then there is speckles of various different Cerakotes. So it's just speckled across the slide. And you can see just the fraction of, in the top left there, using MRA blue to create a lightning stencil. In the top right, USMC red creating a lightning stencil. And then down in the left, green mamba creating a tiger stripe stencil. Hey DB, what's going on, man? Poop brown. Let's see, maybe FDE? No, maybe we have one called Coyote Brown now. Let's pop in on another one. What do we have here? Here's some of the more traditional ones. You got your Arctic white, desert sand, crocodile green. Oh, there's a speckled one left there. I mean, that was insanely speckled. The picture does not show it justice. And just the ghost of images of our 26 and 43, the prototypes. So those are here with us. And I need to get some up-close photos of those today, and that'll absolutely happen. What else do we have here? Here we go. One of our purple stripe. There's another speckle. There's a couple camo. The white lightning to the left. And that one's just a 17 black Viper up at the top. But yeah, we're going to be showing off a lot of stuff. Oh my God. But let's pop in back on the booth, and there's a wide array of them. I mean, you can see them. We're getting, get my head out of the way there. Different tiger stripes, new camos. There's like a red camo, a blue camo. This, get my finger up in there. There we go. Sunset. It's hard to tell, and I'll get a close up of it today, but it fades through the different colors of yellow, orange, red, and so it's kind of like a sunset effect. And so that one's pretty sweet. No deals during SHOT Show. We may do one after we get back from SHOT Show, but nothing going on during SHOT Show. So we might do that. And then, of course, this Daniel Defense AR-15 up here is being given away in a raffle. So for any of you who are watching and are happen to be at SHOT Show, yeah, man, go for it. Try and get that rifle. Oh, I'm going to need so much water today. Yeah, kind of a sunrise tequila type thing. And then down here in the, oh, here we go. These are all our new metallics, the FX series, where they have a metallic flake to them. And those are pretty cool. It was kind of Cerakote's answer to Gun Candy, the FX series, and they came out looking great. They really did. Oh, in the background here, I'm just working on some stuff before we get ready to leave. Figured what the heck, I'd do a live, answer some questions, talk about SHOT Show. It's been fun so far. Very busy, a lot of walking. A lot of walking between casinos, a lot of Ubers too. But it is just a lot of foot travel. I mean, yesterday I did 13,000 more steps than normal, in addition to what I normally do. And today's going to be even worse. Because there's going to be all booths are going to be open. So now we can actually get and talk to people who weren't there. Because some of the booths, they just had a setup crew. The crew was setting up the booth for them. And now their staff are coming in today. And so now we'll get to talk to people who can answer questions and, you know, showcase their products. And so that's going to be sweet. And of course, we'll meet up with John Crump News. I think I mentioned earlier, we're going to go and try and meet up with the Glock store and Grit Grips. Who else are we trying to meet up with this week? Of course, Bullseye Ben, Jack of all trades. We did meet Black Rambo yesterday. 2A Ninja. Oh, man, who else is going? Pistol Pete should be here, so we're going to try and meet him. And pretty much just anybody we can meet and greet with, right? Of course, we're going to go to the Glock booth as well, check out their V-Series and Gen 6. And then we'll check out a bunch of other booths too, a bunch of different armories, different gun vendors, talk to as many people as we can. Because that's what a lot of this is, just meet, greet, shaking hands, and maybe making some deals. Because it seems like we've got a few people who we've been here a day, well, technically 2 days, but we've been here for a day for the setup, and people who were just walking by the booth already, also setting up their booths, just checking out the slides, chatting us up for a minute, and that was pretty fun. Oh, Tuesday SHOT Show briefing. What do we got here? What's going on? Yep, that's where we are, the Venetian Expo, running 8:30 to 5:30. So like a lot of the vendors, a lot of the people running the booths are going to pop in probably 8:30, and then other people who are coming to check stuff out are probably going to pop in at about 9. But it's also going on over at the Caesars Forum. The Supplier Showcase is still going on today, and then there's the Archery Pavilion over at Caesars Forum. So it's all going on between 8:30 and 4 to 5:30 today. Kissing hands and shaking babies, absolutely. And Daniel Defense is doing a huge sponsorship for it this year. So we've seen some of theirs around, but they've been busy, so we haven't had a chance to sit down and talk with them. Saw this really cool gun cleaning sonic cleaner, and I don't know if we'll get one. It looks interesting. It'd be kind of cool if we did, but we'll see. We're talking with them about it, and it looks very interesting. So that might be something we look into. Then, of course, obviously tool and steel. And then G23, we saw his video. He was popping up with a video of our SM19 zoom slide on, which frame was it? It was a Ruger RXM frame, but he was using a 40 cal Glock magazine and running it. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah. Which sucks because there's such bad cell signal here. Sometimes I don't see comments or messages or uploads from people until a few hours later. So that is definitely the downside. Sometimes we're not catching emails until we actually leave the casino for lunch or something. And then all of a sudden our phones start blowing up with text messages and emails and IMs from whatever social media. And it's like, oh shit, sorry we didn't get back to you. We were at the casino and we didn't get it. And we were busy dealing with this, that, and the other thing. So we're getting a lot of messages, which is great. And I definitely have to apologize. Like, sorry we couldn't get to you immediately. It's where we're at. Heck, I tried uploading just a reel yesterday while we were there. The reel told me 4 hours later it was uploaded. So, yep. I think Mud Munitions might be here too. I don't know if we're going to see him, but I think he's going to be here this weekend or this week as well. So that would be pretty cool if he is. Hey, Safely Strapped, what's going on, brother? I think that guy's trying to buy a slide from us. Okay. Okay, invoice there, invoice here. Oh boy. Yeah, that guy's making that difficult, unfortunately. So for those of you not familiar with California, they have made it incredibly difficult to ship parts and tools and accessories that are 2A related because we have to check IDs and we have to check that ID against the shipping address and we have to send it via signature mail and then we have to keep records. And so we have decided not to do that on an individual basis. We're going to do that through FFLs. So that way it's easier communication. The FFL can handle the transfer. We know some of them are charging like a fee of like $10. Some of them are going absolutely bullshit crazy and charging like $50. That's just my opinion on it. If you're charging $50 on a transfer, you're probably kind of an asshole. Hey, that's just me, whatever. But, there's some that are like I met one that was even only charging $5. And he's like, yeah, just $5 to do it. And he's like, I'm like, cool. Yeah, let us know if anyone wants to transfer through you. We'd be happy to. But anyway, what's going on with that is we are transferring through FFL. So we're like, hey, look, we're here. We understand you're in California. Do you have a local FFL that you like? You can have them reach out to us, and then we can deal with them to get you the slides or the parts kits or whatever. That's just how we're dealing with California right now. So we have one person who is, they really just want us to ship it to them. And he's like, why can't I? And it's like, because we're only doing it through FFLs right now. Yeah, price to pay for staying in California, unfortunately. Basically a California tax. Like, hey, our state did something stupid, so our wallet has to suffer. That's California. And, and it's a lot of businesses aren't even willing to entertain the FFL option. We'll entertain the FFL option. We'll work with FFLs in California. I know Marine Gun Builder. He's doing direct sales to California, and he's got a system set up for it. So kudos to him. He's taken on that role. But us, we're going to deal with FFL, so that's how we're going to handle it, and it should work out all right as long as we can find a small network of them. Our FFL fees, I currently got a guy who runs them for $15. Yes, we did bring a 26 and a 43 slide. No, we're not going to keep it in the pocket. It's just on the shelf. Actually, I can't zoom in, but if you look at the center shelf there, in the middle of the camos, you see two stainless steel slides. That is the 26 and the 43. And I'm going to get some close-up shots of them during SHOT Show this week, so you guys can check them out on Facebook and Instagram and whatever. But yeah, our FFL is the one I'm using locally is $15, and that's for the whole transfer. It doesn't matter if there's multiple items, because I met one dude up in northern Arizona who charges $50 per. I'm not going to say who it is, but $50 per transfer. And I'm like, you're a dick. Like $50, seriously? And what it is there's nobody else around, no other real gun shops. So he's kind of got a monopoly on the area. And I'm just like, dude, you're an asshole. Holy shit. $50. Wow. Like, don't be wrong. I think gun shops should get paid for the transfer because they are the ones maintaining records. They're the ones taking time out of their day to do it. They need to get compensated for their time. That makes sense. Nothing wrong with that. But to excessively charge, there is something wrong with that. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm going to get in nice and close on the 43. And you guys are going to see something cool on the 43 that we are going to be doing to all of our slides in the future. And, oh, that's a cool one, too. So there is a DLC coating place that has a few of our slides here as well. And they've been showing them off. And that's been exciting. And we're going to try and get up with Gideon Optics. I want to give Gideon Optics one of our slides, too, just so they can slap, an Omega red dot or something on it. 65. What the oh my god. Part of what I think of that is some of them can do transfers, but they charge so high because they don't want to do it. They just don't want to deal with transfers, so they put the fee so high, they're not going to get transfers. Because if your fee was like $10, people are going to use you all the time. They're going to be like, oh yeah, let's go to this guy. He does gun transfers. $10. Yeah, let's use this. That guy's going to get a lot of business, so he's going to get a lot of work, a lot of transfers. But if someone says 65, the guy's never going to get any transfers unless someone's desperate. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, work. Yeah. They just don't want to deal with it. So, like, there's a shop in town that charges $50 a transfer, and I won't use it. Absolutely will not use it. Even though they are insanely close to where I can be. I could literally pick up one of my transfer on the way home. And I'm just not doing that. No, absolutely not. $50. So I got a guy who's a little out of the way, but he only charges $15, but it's for the whole transfer. If I ordered, 5 frames, still $15. It doesn't matter. And I love that. And he's a super chill dude. He just, $15, that's his time for working for, half an hour to do the transfer. I'm cool with that. Oh. What are we at? Still a time change here. We're on Pacific time now, so what is it, like 6:45? Yeah, 6:45. Okay. So we need to be there. We're leaving here, I think, at 8, so we can be there at 8:30 and ready to go. We're gonna go get breakfast at Starbucks because they're literally just downstairs. Because we could go out and get breakfast, but this is just so much easier. Go get a breakfast sandwich and a coffee. And definitely have to go with the ease, because there's a lot of like hotel cafes and casino cafes and stuff that have little cafe food, coffees and sodas and sandwiches and things, whatever. But then you get there and you drop $70 on a cafe sandwich when I could have just gone to Starbucks and spent like $10. So I'm not normally a Starbucks guy, but for the same quality of sandwich, I'll go to Starbucks and get the $10 sandwich over $70 because I'm at a casino. Oh, which is wild. Like downstairs, I can go get a bottle of water for like $8.50, or I can get a bottle of water from the vending machine for $3. Thankfully, we bought cases of water, but in a pinch, and that's where they get you, is the convenience. And I'm like, no, I'll just go over to the elevator where the vending machine is and spend $3 on the water. AAC 556 ammo. I think I've shot some of that ammo in the past before. Easy on the front end, but when they get audited, it takes time away from... Yeah, that's true. That's true. AAC 55. That sounds familiar. I might have shot that before. AAC. Let me take a quick look at this. AAC. I think I have, yeah, because I probably bought this from Palmetto State Armory a while back, looking for cheap ammo. Oh, yeah, see, it's location. It's not the quality of the food, it's the location. They know they've got you. Let's see. Pulling up some AAC. This looks familiar. I might have shot this before. I didn't have any issues with it at the time. If it's the ammo I'm thinking of, this looks real familiar. But, you know, definitely look into it more. If you're talking about having frickin' blown out primers and possible malfunctions, take a look into it. But also, if people are doing that, it does happen, because I've seen it happen with pistols more often than rifles, but it does happen where there's something up with the firing pin and it's over penetrating. So I have seen that more often with pistols, semi-automatic. Occasionally with a revolver. Yeah, I've shot this ammo before. Yeah, I've definitely shot this ammo. Okay. I was looking at the blue box and the black box. The black box is what I shot. Okay. No, yeah, I've shot the blue box too. Okay. Yep, I've done this before. I don't usually see it with rifles, but that's just my experience. Someone else might have more experience in that. I've mostly seen it with semi-autos where there's over penetrating. And some of it was a manufacturing issue where they did a too long a firing pin, or what was the other one? One of them, the dude literally just got a bad batch of sketchy ammo. He bought like bulk ammo online, and some of it was like Russian and crazy shit. And it was like stupid cheap. And it's like, he's like having these over penetrating issues. But then when he switched to just regular ammo, you know, like something from Remington or Winchester or wherever, Hornady, and he's like, yeah, it's just that ammo. That ammo's fucking. He's like, yeah, I knew I got it for stupid cheap. He bought like a pallet of it. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, I forget the price he got for it, but when he told it to me, I was like, dude, maybe we should go buy a pallet of that ammo. Holy crap. AAC 556, 77 grain. I don't remember the grain we shot. I recognize the box, though. I know we've shot that. Yeah, exactly, work, exactly. Yeah, once you're stuck, sometimes you're just stuck spending money on it. And you just kind of eat it. Like yesterday, we did spend $70 on a meal, and we also spent $40 because there were multiple of us at Starbucks. The Starbucks was the better option, honestly. I like that little pesto sandwich, where it's just a slab of egg and, you know, pesto spread, and, you know, just on a toasted bun. It was good, tasty with my morning coffee. I do think Starbucks is overpriced on the coffee, personally, but compared to some other places that are here, that are just like the Casino Cafe, still definitely more affordable. Seen the AAC primer failure? What kind of failure is it? Is it just over penetrating, or just bad, you know, just bad primers? Not popping the way it should? Getting some dud primers. Barnes, Hornady, and Remington and sister companies are the 556. Yeah. Oh, we have a lot of Winchester for testing and just for like range plinking. But, you know, for some of the magazines I have set up, it's Hornady and Remington. I do have some American Eagle. That's been running fine. I do have some Federal. Oh. The primer was about to fall. Okay, I've never seen that before. That's new. I mean, do you have an AR that's not something you love? Like, do you have just something that runs like a PSA 15? If you have something like that, I might consider running the ammo in that. Poorly sourced powder. Could be. Could be powder. Or maybe it just didn't seal properly during manufacturing if the primer's fallen out. Could have been something as stupid as a worn out part too. Something that's just supposed to function and it's gotten to X number of uses and finally started wearing down. Yeah, it's pretty BS. The AK shooting is becoming unaffordable. The ammo was everywhere. Same thing with like Mosins and 7.62 by 5.4. The ammo was everywhere. And then a bunch of dudes went all investor bro on AKs and freaking Mosins and a bunch of stuff. And I know what I've got. It's super. It's like, dude, no, man. Your beat up old Mosin is not worth a fortune. Oh, getting this set up. But it's going to be exciting today, I think. Busy, certainly. Been meeting a lot of people, but exciting nonetheless. There we are. What time frame are we running on? All right. Popping in for about 40. I'll probably chill out a little bit more. I got a few things left to handle, and then I got to go get ready for the day. If you guys got questions, by all means ask. I'll do my best. Yeah, when it comes to hit the fan type scenarios, 9mm and 5.56 is where I'm at. It's common, it's easy to find, it's still kind of affordable, and everyone else is going to have it. And when it comes to 5.56 and 9mm, I'm going with Glock, and I'm going with whatever AR platform because the parts are freaking everywhere. Oh yeah, I got lucky way back when. I got lucky. I picked up a Mosin for like $1.20, and it came with the bayonet, the sling, and it had the ammo and oiling pouch with oiling can. And it came with ammo. I got like 50 rounds or 100 rounds of ammo at the time for $1.20. Great deal. Freaking bayonet, sling, oiling can, pouch, the ammo pouch, and freaking spare ammo. And it's a great rifle, If you were going to train up like a militia or just get somebody started on, just bolt action shooting, just getting people trained up, or just even hunting, yeah, the Mosin works. And it's easy to take apart and clean. It's not difficult to remove the bolt. It's not difficult to clean. Oh yeah, it still had the freaking rod with it too. Yeah, for $1.20, that Mosin was great. Yeah, see, if I had, if I had any inkling that the market was going to be all crazy, maybe I should have bought like 5 Mosins or 10. But I just bought one because I was like, yeah, that's all I need. Just have one Mosin from World War II. I should have stocked up, but didn't think I'd need. I thought, yeah, it's a Mosin. It's nothing crazy special. It works. It's old and it works. But now there's a bunch of dudes out there like, yeah, $700. I know what I got. Like, you have a mass-produced, old and beaten up Mosin. You don't know what you have. It's not worth $700. Now, if it was in pristine condition, I could see charging some of the money. Like, there are some really, really good ones out there that clearly never saw service. And it's like, okay, yeah, absolutely. That's worth some money. It's like finding an old pristine M1 Garand, you know? How often is that going to happen? I mean, they literally issued them to everybody. Like, Russia made so damn many of them. The Soviet Union made so damn many of them that they literally just kind of gave them away at one point. It was like, yeah, citizen, you're expected to have one. That's your hunting rifle, your farm rifle. They used to just give them away as like government gifts. There were so freaking many of them. And then when the AK came around, the Mosin just almost fell out of non-existence. Up until the modern Russo-Ukrainian war, and Mosins were actually issued to conscription troops. Yeah, the one I have, it saw service in World War II. I've also got an old Lee Enfield from World War I, 1916 time frame, that probably, it looks like it's seen some service. And yeah, probably did. And also, yeah, I also got an old OT3 Springfield. I don't know if it saw service. It has been sporterized. Someone who owned it before me removed the original stock, unfortunately, and got it a wooden sporterized stock sometime down the line. So someday I would like to get a, newly made Springfield stock that matches the original, and then, I'll just swap everything into that. The Bubba Special, yes. Oh, I can hear other people getting up and moving around. People are like, it's about how did you go out and do all the meetings yesterday, and how did you walk and talk to all these people, and then we went out and drinking and having dinner with these other companies and whining and dining, and it's like, how are you still up so early? I'm like, Army, I don't need that much sleep. I just need fuel and anger. Don't need that. Okay, we'll deal with that when we get back. I want to learn more about these sites. SK was the same. Yeah, see, I wish I had an SK, but old SKS. Yeah, but who knew? Who knew people were going to go all crazy over old Soviet shit? They function. They work. I wouldn't call them top tier. They work. It's kind of like an AK. Is an AK top tier? Nah, not really. Does it work and keep chugging along? Absolutely. That's why AKs are great. But it's not exactly some high tier precision rifle. But they do chug along. That's what's so impressive about them. Doesn't matter condition. They could be missing parts. They could be rusted. There could be sand. There could be water. The AK just keeps going and going. And that's what makes them great. Is there more accurate stuff out there, lighter stuff out there, just better? Yes, there absolutely is. But the AK keeps running. Glock store? Yeah, I think we're going to go try and talk to them. Maybe go see Lenny. I don't know if he's here. He might be here. Probably here. Glock store, grit grips. I don't know, maybe go check out Bear Creek Armory. Was it Bear Creek Armory or Arsenal? Maybe go check out Davidson Defense. Yeah, just trying and talk to a lot of people, a lot of different businesses. See who's interested. Maybe talk to Magpul. Are they? I know a lot of their stuff was primarily Glock OEM. Like if you look at the Glock store 26X, it's, you know, a Gen 5 26 slide with a Magpul frame. Like I saw a lot of, I didn't know they did aftermarket slides. Let's take a look. Hey Zoku, what's going on, man? How you doing? Doing an early morning live before we get up for the day and head off over to our booth. And, well, I should say get stuck in traffic before we get to our booth. Let's see. Take a look at slides. Oh, they do. Okay, they have some interesting ones. Oh, that's right. I must have been... I'm silly. GS Pyramid, GS Apex, Speed Rail. What else they got here? These are kind of neat. Now, of course, they have Zafiri in here. Huh. You know, I never really thought a Glock store with aftermarket. I mean, they are, but I never really thought of it. I always thought, you know, just they have a lot of OEM stuff. Neato. Oh, yeah, last night we went to, what was it? Bourbon and Steak. Place was pretty good. Probably hit the food court in the Venetian today, though. That's probably we'll end with Starbucks for breakfast and then the food court in the Venetian. I don't know what we'll do tonight. This firearm is out of stock. Man, a lot of stuff listed out of stock. I mean, people were going gun crazy, you know, so to speak, on a lot of the OEM stuff because of Glock's announcement with V-Series and Gen 6 and then discontinuing a lot of the Gen 3 to 5. So I guess that's not so surprising. Yeah, a lot of stuff's out of stock. Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. Some of our slides are on Optics Planet. Yeah, if you go to Optics Planet and search Stiffler, you'll see our slides. Let's see. They currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models listed. Zooms and Vipers. Not bad on the pricing. Not bad at all. Well, I am going to start getting ready. I'll keep talking to you guys while I am. But, yeah, we got to leave in an hour to get down to shot. So... Feel free to keep asking questions or tossing hints and tips and stuff at me. Places I should visit, booths I should go check out. We're gonna float between our booth. Well, I'm gonna be at our booth. We'll have Brian and Justine. They're gonna be wandering shot, talking to other vendors, and distributors, and booths and whatnot, tool vendors and things. So they'll be having a lot of meetings. I'll rotate out eventually, and I'll go explore shot, talk with booths and whatnot after we do a little meeting. But I'll be doing a lot of the meet and greet today with people, showing up to the MMC and Stiffler booth. Oh, here we go. Wallet. Boots. Hey man, everybody wants to get stiff with Stiffler. You take that how you like. You know, we don't have anything with Midway USA, I don't believe. I might have reached out to them during year one. I don't remember. I reached out to so many businesses. A lot of them were just like, yeah, let us know when you've been around for like 3 or more years. And I'm like, oof, that hurts. But hey, here we are. Looking at year 4. Still around, still going. Oh, and thank you guys for the likes. We got a few more people popping in yesterday. Today's a little less busy on the live, but that's okay. Oh, we got a lot of engagement on some of our social media, which highly encourage everyone to go check it out. Links in the description. Posting more. I just posted a video this morning running one of our Viper slides on a Ruger RXM frame. So the Magpul ones that are made for them. Ran great. G23 also ran one on an RXM frame. Ran great. Yeah, maybe we should reach out to them again. And at this point, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I had mentioned that we had made 32,000 slides. In the 2 weeks since, we're approaching 34,000. So, yeah, production's up. Here's hoping it stays up for, you know, all of 2026. Let's see. Yeah, taking a look over at Midway USA. They've got Swenson's, Novex, Matrix Arms, Zev, Zafiri, Strike Industries, some Glock OEM. SLR. True Precision. Gray Ghost. I mean, any big distributor is going to have a 17.4 slide, and those are your people. You're looking at Gray Ghost, Zev, Zafiri, Stiffler. You know, most other slide companies are doing 416R steel. But if you're a big distributor for firearms parts, you're going to want to have a 17.4. And yeah, those are your guys. Zev, Zafiri, Gray Ghost, Stiffler. Was Brownells. My understanding is Brownells started switching to 416. Comp guys loving the RX-7. Oh, okay, they got some rival arms and some agency arms. Okay. Actually, I think Shogun also does 17.4. Shogun's new and up and running. I forget what Marconi uses. They might use 17.4. I don't remember. Marconi's moving up a little bit. Let's see. Bring our spare phone battery today. Bring this. Those can stay here. This can go with me. This can go with me. Yep, bring along the eye drops. Okay, phone's there, that's there. That can stay there. Okay. Yeah, about done. You all should hit up the AIM booth. Oh God, it's so close. Let's see if we can zoom that out a little. There we go. Okay. Oh man. Yeah. Maybe go hit up the AIM booth if we can. The huge ass map we've got. We'll have to go check a lot of stuff out. I've given Brian and Justine a list, and they've got their own list, and hopefully we'll be able to meet and greet with everybody over the next few days. And then there's people who just want to meet with us too. Pound a bunch of water. Hit up AIM surplus. Yeah, AIM surplus. You know, we might have talked to them once before. I don't recall. Might have. Pretty sure I have. Let's see. What is AIM surplus running? AIM surplus, of course, has their own. But are they running? Yep, Zafiri. A lot of AIM surplus stuff. Okay. Zafiri. Do they have anybody else? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just AIM and Zafiri. Okay. Oh, wait. Maybe Agency Arms. Yeah, but it's mostly their parts kits and stuff. Okay, interesting. Yeah, if AIM has a booth here, they probably do. All right, that is going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to pop over and make sure everybody else is getting up because we got to leave in like 40, 45 minutes. So that is going to be it for me. You guys, thanks for popping in. And yeah, check in with us on our social media and whatnot over the next week. We're going to be posting stuff here and there, checking out different booths and things. But thanks for joining me this morning. And as always, stay 2A.